Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Diana and the Book Hunt. Let me tell you something about me, something that I've mentioned before, but if you're just seeing this video for the first time on my channel, I am someone who doesn't plan my reading very well because I'm a notorious mood reader. So I typically don't do any TBR videos, any kind of planning videos of what I think I'm going to read in a month's time. But this time around, because I have a couple of physical copies that I've purchased in the recent couple of months, I have a bit of a plan of books that I want to read in the month of June. So this is going to be my first TBR video on my channel where I'm going to discuss the plans that I have for books that I hope to read in the month of June. Let me just put a disclaimer here that I'm not going to be, how do you say, holding myself too strongly onto this TBR. So I do have a plan to read a couple of these books, but if I don't manage to finish them this month, I'm not going to be too hard on myself, because if the mood strikes for something else, I'm definitely going to be picking up other titles as well. But let's just hope that I can cross off a couple of the books that I have on this list as well, because they've been on my TBR for a long time for some of them, and some of them are new releases that I'm very excited about. So without further ado, let's just dive into my first TBR video for the month of June. One of the books that I definitely want to pick up in the month of June is Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. The first book off of the series, which was the fine print, I read in the month of March and I absolutely loved it. I gave it 5 stars, and I knew that there's going to be a second book which follows one of the other brothers within the first story. His name is Declan, and I believe that the premise of his book involves a marriage of convenience, which I'm very excited to read about. I'm just going to be really happy to be back in that same world, and I hope that I'm going to love it. The second book that I'm really excited to pick up in the month of June, I just got it in the mail. It's this one. It's by Abby Jimenez and it's called Part of Your World. I ordered this book solely because Brie from In Love and Words recommended it, and she hyped it up so much that I thought I really need to pick up this book. It also has a blurb which says, Jimenez is a true talent by Emily Henry, one of the other authors that I respect so much. So if she liked it, I hope and I think that I'm going to love it as well. I don't know too much about the premise and I want to keep it that way, so I'm hopefully pleasantly surprised. So yeah, I'm really happy that I get to pick this one up soon. Another book that I have in a physical copy and also in my audio library that's been sitting there for so long that I've wanted to pick up for so many years because it's been hyped up as one of the best books in the last decade is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, and I definitely want to start up on crossing off books that have been on my TBR for so long, and this is a book which I've just put off for too long, and I really want to pick it up because I've heard only positive reviews about this book, so I definitely want to finish this one. And then picking up on the theme of books that I've had on my TBR for quite some time that I want to cross off, it's Alexis Hall's Boyfriend Material, which is an MM romance. And I want to pick that one up not only because it's been on my TBR forever, but I found out that there's going to be a second book which is going to come out very soon, which will follow the same couple but the progression of their relationship, if you will. So I definitely want to pick up the first book so that I can get into the second book once it releases as well. So those are definitely 2 books that I've had on my TBR for quite some time that I want to cross off if I can in the month of June. Next up, I have a book which I'm very excited about because it's a new release and I just read the blurb of what it seems to be about and I can't help but want to pick it up right now if I can. It's Love Radio by Ebony Ladell. This book is a young adult book. I don't know what it is, but lately I've been on a real young adult kick. I've read quite some young adult books. Some of them I loved, some of them I didn't so much, but this one I'm really genuinely excited about because the premise of it sounds really cute. I think that the book is about a boy who is like a self professed love doctor or something like that, and he has a radio segment where he's talking about his abilities within the love genre. And he finds out that there is this girl who is absolutely anti-love, and he believes that he can win her over into believing in love more, or into dating him or something like that. So that sounds like a really cute premise for me. Kind of sounds like, I think it was also written in the synopsis that it's reminiscent of Hitch, the movie with Will Smith, which I absolutely adore. So if it's something like that, I'm definitely going to enjoy it, and I can't wait to pick it up. So a couple of weeks ago, I saw on Bookstagram that Meghan Quinn is going to be releasing a second book, which will follow up A Not So Meet Cute, which I haven't read yet, but I do have it in ebook copy on my e-reader, and I haven't picked it up yet. I don't know why, maybe because I've been reading a lot on audio lately, but I definitely want to get to it, especially now that I know that a second book will come out, and I've heard only good things about it. I like Meghan Quinn's writing style. She has a rom-com style, which I absolutely love. A lot of banter-filled dialogue, a lot of humor, which I love, which is just you just have to be in the mood for it to have a more light-hearted type of romance. So I definitely want to pick that one up in June. And then something that is not a romance, I do want to pick up a non-fiction book in the month of June, and the one that I've selected is one which I own physically, which is Trevor Noah's Born a Crime. I absolutely love Trevor Noah. I love him as a stand-up comedian. I love him as a host of The Daily Show. I love him as a person, as whatever he's posting on social media is absolutely hilarious. So, and very on point with my own opinions. So I love him, and I hope that I'm going to love this book as much as I love his content overall. And I do have to say that I'm really sorry that I missed one of his shows. Potentially I could have caught one because he's doing a European tour at the moment, and he was in Amsterdam in the end of May, and I just missed him by a couple of days. I just didn't know that he's going to be there, so I didn't plan ahead for it. I just heard it once I was there, and I felt so sorry that I missed it. But I just hope that in the future I'll be able to catch another show of his, and let's see first how this goes, and then who knows, maybe in the future I can get some tickets to one of his other shows. Let's wait and see. Because the month of June is a bit of a prelude to the summer, I do want to pick up a beachy type of read this month, I hope. And the one that I've picked is Shipped by Angie Hockman. I've heard a lot about this book. Some people say that it is too reminiscent of other books. I think that it's compared to The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren and The Hating Game, which I actually love both of these books, so if it's anything reminiscent to these two, then I think I'm going to love it, so it's only a bonus for me. And yeah, it's revolving around, I don't know what it's about actually. Shipped, it's something probably going to be about an island, a vacation or something. I hope that it's about that. I know that the cover has an illustrated cover of the sea and a girl floating and a guy standing there. It just looks summery and beachy, so I definitely want to pick it up. And then the last book that I have that I definitely want to pick up if I can in the month of June is Icosmo. I have a physical copy, but it's next to my bed because I've just started reading it. And it's a book by Carlie Sorosiak, I think her last name is. This book I've been wanting to pick up for forever. It's a book which is told in the perspective of a golden retriever, which I just can't wait to see how it's going to work out. It sounds like an amazingly fun and original concept to me, and I really hope that I'm going to enjoy it as much as I hope to. And if I'm not mistaken, those are about 10 titles that I've picked for my TBR for the month of June. I hope that I can get to all of them. This about wraps up my list of books that I want to be picking up in the month of June. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you've read any of the books that I've mentioned in this video, please let me know what you thought of them. I always want to know your opinions. I'm looking forward to reading them. And if you want to reach out to me on Instagram, I'm there as well. I'll leave the handles down below. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel to support me. And I hope to see you very, very soon in the next one. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Happy reading. Take care and bye-bye.